Japan was your first NSA job, right?
Yeah, well, as a contractor with Dell. I had a lot of access.
And why'd you go back after Geneva?
Because the money and because I wanted to live in Japan. And because of Obama, actually, you know, I thought things were going to get better with him. I was wrong.
What was it like there?
Well, in the first part of my day, I was building this round-the-clock backup system called Epic Shelter. So if there was some catastrophe, say, terrorists burned down every embassy and NSA post in the Middle East, this program would ensure we wouldn't lose any of that data. But then I would have to put it aside when visitors would show up. NSA wanted to impress the Japanese, show them our reach. They loved the live drone feeds. This is over Pakistan right now. They were not as thrilled to learn that we wanted them to help us spy on the Japanese population. They said it was against their laws. Of course, we tapped the entire country anyway. And we didn't stop there, because once we owned their communication system, we started going after their physical infrastructure. We'd slip these little sleeper programs into power grids, dams, hospitals, and the idea was, if the day came when Japan was no longer an ally, it'd be lights out. And it wasn't just the Japanese. We were planning malware in Mexico, Germany, Brazil, Austria. I mean, China, I can understand, or Russia, or Iran, or Venezuela, okay, but Austria? You're also being ordered to follow most world leaders and heads of industry. You know, you're tracking trade deals, sex scandals, diplomatic cables to give the U.S. an advantage in negotiations at the G8, or leverage over Brazilian oil companies, or helping to oust some third world leader who's not playing ball. And ultimately, the truth sinks in that no matter what justification you're selling yourself, this is not about terrorism. Terrorism is the excuse. This is about economic and social control. And the only thing you're really protecting is the supremacy of your government.
Were you thinking about going to journalists then?
No, that wouldn't have occurred to me back then. I just thought, you know, the system will self-correct and the president will keep his promise, got him elected. That's actually when I first started reading about you and your films. It was in Glenn's blog. You were being detained in airports for hours.
37 times.
Investigating your own country's wars. That's why I'm going back to Berlin to edit. You can trust me with this.
I do. Yeah. I haven't trusted anyone in years. It was a welcome change when they put me on terrorism watch duty. Every day I'd go in and I'd get starting points for SIGINT, which is signals intelligence. A lot of them were American, which felt strange, but you just keep reminding yourself, I could stop a dirty bomb attack and save thousands of lives. The thing is, you're not just following your bad guy targets, you're also following their metadata, which is basically all the phone numbers that they're in touch with. Let's say your target is a shady Iranian banker operating out of Beirut. Okay, so you're watching his stuff, but you're also watching all the people that he talks to, including, you know, his cousin who's just some dentist living in Buffalo. And then you have to watch all of that guy's contacts. And by the time you go a third hop out from the original target, you're watching this bartender chat with her mother about Botox. Because 3 hops from anyone with, say, 40 contacts you're looking at a list of 2.5 million people. And there's that moment when you're sitting there and the scale of it hits you. The NSA is really tracking every cell phone in the world. No matter who you are, every day of your life, you're sitting in a database, just ready to be looked at. Not just terrorists or countries or corporations.